Hey, we have some really tragic news here from Mexico City. 4 people died last night during and after the celebrations that were taking place after the big match last night between Mexico and Ecuador. So briefly here, what happened? About 1 million fans packed Avenida de la Reforma, which is like the principal street here in Mexico City, centered around the Angel de la Independencia to celebrate Mexico advancing to the round of 16 in the World Cup by defeating Ecuador 2-0. The crowd got so dense that people were crushed and suffocated to death. 4 victims, a 44-year-old man and a 19-year-old woman, both found unconscious, died of asphyxiation despite CPR being performed. A 48-year-old woman also died of asphyxiation. Then, sort of separately, a 30-year-old man also died. The reports say that he had a seizure and cardiac arrest, possibly linked to substance alcohol use, and confirmed separately from the crush deaths. So this stretch of Avenida de la Reforma, which held approximately 1 million people, fans celebrating, people in the streets, it was wild. I'm going to show you a couple of clips. We walked down there. We didn't walk all the way to the Angel, but we walked down there a few blocks to meet a friend, and we came back home because the weather was getting really sketchy. It was really windy, and it ended up raining quite a bit on the people as well. But yeah, 4 people died. And it's a horrible tragedy. And in the midst of what has been such an electric and positive time here in Mexico City, it's been thrilling. It has been thrilling here. So anyway, about 1 million people are packed into this stretch of the street, Reforma, and it's not a long stretch. It's about a mile from the last block down here. That's not going to help you. From the last block to the Angel, it's about 1.1 miles. It's a little over 2.5 miles, sort of from end to end, even though both sides continue, but like the entrance to the park, this is not important. So what else can I tell you, man? It's just, I was just watching a news report, a Spanish news report while I was on the elliptical machine, and they said that 4 people had died, and I felt, it just hit me because we were there last night. We watched, my wife and her friend watched most of the game, if not all of the game, from our balcony. I'll share a couple of video clips that we have that are awesome and celebratory, you know. And it's just, I don't know, it can be obviously a really dangerous thing when that many people are so close together. Like I said, over 1 million people, and the densest area of the entire avenue was the Angel. And maybe you've seen some clips of celebrations from that area, which were awesome to watch. You know, it sort of like gives me the chills when I see some of those videos. I'm not going to share any of the videos that are right there by the Angel because I just don't want to. But I'm going to show you a couple that we took from our balcony of the celebrations, which are pretty cool. And it's just a really sad thing, which, you know, is contrary overall to the excitement and the fanaticism that's been going on here in Mexico City during the World Cup. Yeah, you know, this is not, I've not been a person to follow soccer in my life, but it is next to impossible not to get caught up in the excitement here because it's been so cool. Ton of green jerseys here, ton of people, a lot of positivity. And so it's just a really tragic event that happened last night with 4 people dying, 3 by asphyxiation, 2 of which they attempted to perform CPR on. 1 they didn't mention. I assumed that meant that they didn't, but I'm not exactly sure about that. And then a 4th man, a 30-year-old man, died a few blocks away from seizure and cardiac arrest is what they're saying. And yeah, so that's it. Take care, be safe, you know what I mean? I mean, these big celebrations, I was like, I have my baby, you know, we were out there a few hours before the game, so it was fine. It was wild though, you know, it's wild. And So anyway, in that sort of situation, just be safe and have a good one.